Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone and hello student. My name is Miss Nailarahma and I'll be your teacher today. Keep up the good work. Okay, today we will learn about frogs. What? Yes, frogs. One of the animals that live in two places. Who like to see frogs? See frogs? Well, before we begin, let's pray together so that today's lesson goes well. Let's put our hands together and pray. Finish? No, kids. Before we start our lesson on frogs, I have one question. When you feel thirsty, what do? Where do you look for water? What? Mom? Okay, let's try. We usually drink water. What about frogs? Where do frogs live so they can fulfill their water need? River, pool. Frogs are amphibian animals, meaning they can live in water and on land. Let's learn more. No, we are going to watch a video that explains about the life cycle of a frog. Watch carefully. Write down on paper what you see about that frog live and where it.
Yes! The life cycle of a frog. Hi everyone! Today we're going to learn about the life cycle of a little creature that loves jumping around, the frog. Frogs are amphibians, which means they can live in water or on land. Like some animals, frogs go through a process called metamorphosis. It means they go through several life cycle stages that transform everything. In each stage, it changes and grows. Stage 1. Egg. Frogs lay fertilized eggs. That's where new frogs come from. A female frog can lay up to 4,000 eggs at a time. That's a lot of eggs. The eggs float on water in a jelly mass or a cluster. They usually hatch in 1 to 2 weeks. Stage 2. Tadpole. Once the eggs are hatched, young tadpoles will emerge from them. The tadpole looks more like a fish than a frog. A tadpole lives in water. It uses its gills to breathe and it has no legs. The tadpole swims, eats plants and algae from the water and grows for several weeks. Stage 3. Froglet. The tadpole will become a froglet. A froglet is a young frog. During this time, the froglet has developed lungs to help it breathe out of the water. The froglet has 2 back legs. The legs help the froglet to leap around instead of only swimming. Although the froglet is starting to look a little more like a frog, it still has a very long tail. A froglet uses the nutrients stored in its tail as food. So until its tail is completely gone, it doesn't need anything else to eat. Depending on the species, the froglet will grow for about 2 to 4 years before becoming an adult frog. Stage 4. Adult frog. Once the froglet grows 2 front legs and its long tail becomes shorter and shorter, it can now be called a frog, an adult frog. A frog has no tail and will start to eat insects instead of plants from the water. Now the frog finally hops out of the water and begins a new life on dry land for the first time. The adult frogs will mate and lay their egg for more tadpoles to hatch and begin the cycle again. And that's the life cycle of a frog. Goodie!
Remember guys, frog lives in water. Then the eggs hatch into tadpoles. After that, the tadpoles will develop into young frogs which can live in moist soil. And finally, into adult frogs. Adult frogs can live in moist soil near ponds or swamps. Now, after watching the video, can anyone tell what you saw about where frog live? Okay. Frog life is in water. And tadpoles live in water. And after that, okay, that's right. Frogs do need a damp place to breathe through their skin. So, adult frogs also need a place near water. That's why they live in moist soil near ponds. Did you know that frogs can also jump far because their legs are very strong? This helps them move from place to place. Okay, now we are going to look at some pictures about the stage of the frog's life cycle and where it lives. I will show you the picture to PowerPoint. Okay, look at the picture. And frogs lay eggs in water. Tadpoles live in water. And young frogs can live in moist soil near water. Adult frogs prefer to live in damp places and near water. Do you understand?
Woo!
Okay, good job, friends. And before the skin needs to be moist to breathe. Yes, alright. Okay, now we're going to play. I have one game, and then game of fun. We're going to match picture of frogs with their habitats. You will walk in small groups. Okay. On this paper, there are pictures of frogs and their habitats. You have to match the frog picture with its corresponding habitat. For example, adult frogs live in moist soil, while tadpoles live in water. Come on! The first group that can match everything correctly will get praise. And so then work in groups. Yes. And then so you discussion of the group. Now, to know more about frogs, we will sing together. The sing is about the life cycle of a frog. Come on, follow the movement and sing along with me.
By the pond under the moon, shrinks and the legs get strong. Legs get strong, legs get strong. The tail shrinks and the legs get strong. They hop, hop, hop as frogs. Tadpole turns into a frog, into a frog, into a frog. Tadpole turns into a frog, no longer with the tail. This is the life cycle of frogs. Cycle of frogs, cycle of frogs. This is the life cycle of frogs. It's time to start again.
Come on guys, follow the movement and sing along. This song will help you remember the life cycle of a frog. You are all amazing. You understand the life cycle of frogs and where they live. And homework. Thank you for learning together today. For your homework, draw one of the stage of the frog's life cycle and give a brief explanation about it. Don't forget to do it. Okay, thank you everyone. And me Nailarahma Safitri. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you next time.